What's up guys, back at you with another one. Let's talk exhausts. That's a shot of espresso. It's always coffee and motorcycles around this place. To start off, exhausts. Number one, aesthetics. On the XSR700, stock exhaust, no bueno. It has the giant catalytic converter box. It mostly just looks like garbage. Here it is. This is the stock XSR700 exhaust. What do you guys think? Beautiful, right? That's the angle that you'd see. 2-into-1 cap box, and then the external visible part, exhaust tip, which gives you that beautiful cat-like purr. Maybe it's a kitty cat. Let's set this down. That's the exhaust for the stock XSR700. Now, you're probably watching this because you want an upgrade. You want to upgrade. There's probably 3 main reasons why. Performance, looks, and sound. That's it. And in terms of installing an exhaust, the XSR is pretty simple to install. So on my bike, I went with the Conic 70's by SC-Project. SC-Project has been in the game for a long while. I'm sure you've seen their exhausts around. I chose the SC-Project because I saw it on like 3 of the first builds of the XSR700, and it looked clean. It looked simple, and it sounded ferocious. I'm gonna grab the helmet, grab the gloves, let you listen to this thing and take you through how easy it was to install. Let's go. Took the baby for a ride. Man, she's beautiful. And hopefully you got to hear a little bit of the growls that SC-Project puts out. The SC-Project Conic 70's is what I have. Now, I think there's some newer versions out there, but it was really easy to install. Like I said, you're doing 3 things really when you want to put an exhaust on. Aesthetics, performance, and sound. Now, as far as aesthetics go, this is the main reason that I changed this exhaust. Look at that. You can't get much better in terms of looks. I was really indecisive between the matte black or the stainless steel. I went with the stainless steel look, and it's super clean. In terms of install, this thing couldn't get any simpler. I think all that it requires, maybe unique, is an angled wrench. So that allows you to get between the little crevices around the radiator. I'll show it to you. Up in here, you kind of have to go up through this region to get these bolts. It's just 4 bolts, it's super easy, it just requires a little bit of torque to get it off, so be a man. The O2 sensor is a quick disconnect from the stock and install into the SC-Project. I have got a few bits of feedback from guys that have installed the newer version of the SC-Project Conic, and there seems to be a reconfiguration of the O2 sensor location. So this is the O2 sensor. I have a lot of slack. It sounds like on the new ones there's not as much slack there, and it may be a little bit too taut and feel like you may break the O2 sensor itself. As well as install, I did not remove the dB killer, so it would be a little bit louder, more lionish if you took that out, but it requires a little bit of tear down, and I think it's in an area in which it's a little bit tougher to get to. Another question I always get is, did I flash my ECU, or is it required to flash your ECU, your engine control unit, which actually controls the air-fuel ratio for your bike at different levels of different throttle. And I did, but I didn't do it for a while. Now I had that done by a company up in Washington. I shipped it off, I got it back. Pretty quick turnaround, I think it was 2 days. They flashed it with a standard SC-Project Conic exhaust. They have those on hand because of the similarities between this engine, the FC07 and the MT07. Pretty much the same engine. Now to get to your ECU, it's very simple. It's under here. Just these 3 Allen wrenches, and you're done. The ECU flash was felt mostly in the lower end of gears. It was super responsive after I had that ECU flash. So that said, I do recommend you get your ECU flashed, or at least look at getting your ECU flashed if you upgrade any exhaust. Maybe do your map or a dyno, which would be perfect, but not everybody has the coin to do that. So I mentioned there's a newer version out there, and I originally got mine about 2 years ago. I reinstalled this thing within the first 2 weeks of me having the bike. You could probably look back to the beginning of this video, there wasn't much wear on the original stock exhaust. I probably should sell it. But there is newer versions out there, and there's a slightly different variant which actually accommodates for a bigger catalytic converter box. You can see that underneath the engine, kind of where the stock one originally was. I'll point it out. This is very straightforward and very simple. The new ones have a box down here. If it were me and I had to choose today, I'd go with the one that I have right now. It's cleaner, and I think they did that just to help out the EU version, which could meet different environmental standards. Let's rate this thing. First off, looks. Now, look at that. 10 out of 10. It's getting a little goldish, not purplish, goldish maybe from the heat, but I like that. I enjoy that. I like that look. 2, performance. Like I said, I'm getting more bottom end. That was from the ECU, as well as in conjunction with getting a new exhaust from the stock. I think there are better versions out there, and let's give it an 8 out of 10. So 10 out of 10 for looks, 8 out of 10 for performance, because I'm sure there are better options out there. In terms of sound, hopefully you can be the judge of that one, and the microphones are good enough to pick up on the growl. Love the sound. Even with the dB killer, this thing sounds great. So that's it for me. I'm gonna get back on the road. I got a dinner to go to. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Stick around for more upgrades, more talks about the bike. Let me know what you want to hear about next. Let me know what you got exhaust on your bike. See you on the next one. Peace.